le BCBG, toujours le haut niveau. Aïe. La Guinée est dans mon âme. La Guinée Conakry. La Guinée est dans mon âme. La Guinée Madame Camara n'est anti-sabi. Qui comprend. La Guinée Moïma.
The people were so incredibly generous and kind and open and welcoming, and they were very, very poor, many of them, and regardless of that fact, they were so generous. And that was just so sort of powerful, and they just embraced us, and you know, there would be kids running around with one shoe and so happy and not realizing that they were missing the other shoe.
There's a little kid without a shoe and a dirty shirt who's having the best time of his life, and there's a lot that we're worried about here that we just shouldn't be.
I think I learned a lot about what it means to be a generous human being. I think the whole culture around Guinea is to be as generous as possible, and I really saw that. I saw that in Bisco before we left, and it was really empowering to see the whole culture of Guinea to be like that. His whole family was just like went incredibly out of their way to make us comfortable.
The kindness of the people there, that was definitely the thing that impacted me the most.
Something I found that was incredibly awesome when I went to Guinea was how generous everybody was.
I was able to get in touch, re-in touch with how resilient I can be, and you know, the human spirit can be. There were many things on the trip that challenged all of us, and just sort of looking at it, facing it head on and saying, we can do this, we're gonna do this, we have to do this.
I was surprised at like how comfortable I was. Like I didn't think I was gonna be like super uncomfortable, but like in the way that we were preparing for the trip, it was very like, but what if this happens? But what if this happens? And what if you guys are gonna have to do this? Like there's no running water. But like even with all those elements like not with me there, like not having running water, no electricity all the time, the heat, you know, like I adapted so well and lived so, you know, greatly, and it just really makes you think like, do I need all of these things that I have at home? Because I was so happy and so content just living the way that they were living.
Everybody's used to having technology, always busy, going somewhere. We learned how to chill out and enjoy.
To see how good government can manage country's resources to best benefit its people, that is not currently happening in Guinea, and they're making efforts to head that way, but you can see how even with resources of iron ore and amazing hardwoods and agriculture, that if there's not a way to get it to the people, to sell it to the people who can afford it, and just not having it managed properly, it's wasted. And how it has all this potential, and hopefully they can find a way to get there. I'm really grateful for what we have here.
It was really cool to learn how to cook and how to bargain for your products in the market, because that's completely different from how we are in America.
The landscape and the contrast between the city of Conakry where we stayed and traveling out to the country where it was really lush and beautiful, and that was something that I wasn't fully anticipating.
Seeing like the population in Conakry, like it's very, there's so many people, which is like what causes like the pollution and like the humidity, and I think that's like interesting.
I'd seen chaotic traffic in Indonesia before, but this was above and beyond, and it was again where the rules of the road are merely tendencies, but a lot of creativity in driving over there. So.
One of our drummers, he was our driver, Mohammed. Whenever he stopped the car, he would turn up the music, get out and dance.
I think the thing that I took away from it was really mostly just an appreciation for what we have here.
One of the most important things that I learned was just appreciation for what you have and all that is available to you.
I learned that we take advantage of what we have. And there are people there, like our drum teacher who had 2 outfits, and he was still like the happiest guy we ever met.
I learned that in the States you definitely need to appreciate what you have, because people in other countries definitely don't have it as easy as we do here.
Every day I have a flash of something that happened on the trip, and so many good memories and special bonds that we made with the people there and within our group. So.
Ryan Tango, Bari Berede, Bisco Barazo, Wofa Barafa, Opa 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 Bera, Opa Barafa, Opa Beba Wombere, Opa Barafe, Opa Beba Wombere. No, drum is out.
I guess what was just really interesting was just seeing how much power people put into their dance. I loved dancing with them because they just put 115% into everything they did.
Something that surprised me was the amount of energy everyone had all the time, 24/7.
While we were there, we studied a lot of different African dances as well as African culture.
I wish I could play like that, move like that.
You can. Carl's dance moves were something that really surprised me. I was very impressed. I didn't know he had it in him.
Well, we learned a lot of African drumming and dance, which is the main reason we went, but most importantly we learned a lot about culture and how the world is outside of our little bubble here in Western Massachusetts, and we just got to try new foods and see new clothes and meet new people, and it was an amazing experience.
The Dunama party, Bisco's birthday party, and the drumming and the dancers were just off the hook there. It was amazing and inspiring. And
we were on the island of Casa one night and we walked down to the beach. There were these huge rocks and we all laid on the rocks and looked up, and it was like a full, huge, open sky full of stars, and some of the girls were singing, and I'll never forget that.
I was meaning to wait for this part for me. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already lost.
People can find joy and happiness, and no matter what their circumstances are.
I learned that love is the universal language that everyone speaks. How much love they give out to everybody, even if they don't know you.
I just wish that one day maybe we can take from that, like as a country, but also just like as human beings, like take away those ideals that all those material things really don't matter.
They may be poor, but they're so much richer than a lot of us that have a lot. So that's something that I'm going to take with me forever.
I will definitely bring that with me for the rest of my life.
What's up, what's up?
Garuyo, agaruyo mirinya ye. Garuyo,
garu yo miriko beye anemu ama womalayiro anemu ama womanyarero anunitola onare irafane mana lawa ngila idi tungo mi mabere mama mi enfama inarrête le matin à firera inarrête le matin à escorera